By the end of this video, you'll learn more about how to use cannabis to your sexual advantage. And if you stay with me until the end, I have an exclusive access to my vanilla and kinky checklist to spice up your current bedroom repertoire. I'm Amanda, a licensed marriage and family therapist and a certified sex therapist. I have been featured in news programs like CNN, Newsweek, along with places like Playboy and PornHub discussing cannabis and its effects on sex. I hope by the end of this video, you'll learn what I have taught others globally about how to transform your sex life. Also, hit subscribe and the bell if you want to continue learning more about using sexual satisfaction as a form of self-care and healing. I release a new video every week, Wednesdays at 9 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. Let's just jump right in. So, the research. So this 420 sex topic has become increasingly popular over the years, especially with cannabis's legalization in multiple states for medicinal as well as recreational purposes. As you know, it's remained highly controversial whether it's even grounds to be legalized. That is it healthy for your body or not? More intriguingly though to me, does it affect your sex life for better or for worse? Or does it actually decrease sexual arousal instead? In studies concerning respectively males and females, it has been shown that using cannabis could decrease or increase arousal. The answer really is, it depends. How does this even make sense? Part 2, you manage your dosing. So, evidence shows that low doses can actually help facilitate sexual behavior, while too much inhibits it. That makes sense in regards to cannabis's recreational use. Use a bit to get a buzz, yet if you use too much, you get what they call greening out, or getting sick from smoking or ingesting it in large quantities. Some of you may immediately pass out. For those that dose it properly, though, the majority of men and women and all individuals talk about their sexual experience under the influence of cannabis and say it was amazing. So, the reasons are compelling. It lowers your inhibitions and you can more easily relax your mind and get in the mood. Many have said that it increases their physical sensitivity, so areas that are touched during sex are just felt with more intensity. The skin and erogenous zones people have say they felt much more from their partners when cannabis was in their system. With this increased sensitivity, people have reported more orgasms influenced positively by cannabis, also called potgasms. Part 3, anxiety in cannabis. Cannabis can increase anxiety, thus the heart rate and blood flow. This increased blood flow could explain potgasms. However, some people have reported an increased number in ejaculations, so there is some evidence that cannabis can increase the amount of orgasms that you have. Whether or not it affects your sex life depends entirely on your dose, the timing you take it, and your genetics. People naturally have different tolerances for substances. People also have variation in their responses and satisfaction during sex. One person's experience cannot speak for everyone's. So being in a state that allows medical marijuana, cannabis effects have been seen to differ from person to person. This is all valuable explanations for opposing evidence in the scientific community. Whether cannabis increases the sensitivity of your orgasm seems to depend entirely on you. Do you have experience with cannabis and sexual satisfaction? If you do, please share in the comments below. I'd love to know your stories. Part 4, Sativa or Indica, strains for sexual satisfaction. There is a difference in reported sex from different strains. I did my research when I was filming for Herb. Sativa dominant and Indica dominant strains have been known to cause generally different effects in the body. Sativa gives you a head high and makes you feel more energized. This in turn increases heart rate, blood flow to the genitals, and of course, maybe attributing to those better orgasms, like I said before. However, sativa dominant strains also tend to lead to some anxiety, so be careful of the high doses. With indica, indica gives you more of a body high where you feel a great deal of both mental and muscle relaxation. This could make you unwilling for sex though, because if you have much higher doses, you'll get locked on the couch. Indicas can increase your sexual experience if dosed properly because it relaxes you and relaxes your mind. In addition, indica also is said to increase dopamine release, which is a neurotransmitter that's in charge of the brain feeling pleasure. So my final point, always consider a lubricant even if it doesn't have cannabis or THC in it. When using cannabis, there's a drying effect. So those with vaginas and those who have been circumcised, you'll need the extra lube to protect the area. Lube's the best anyway. It increases the sensitivity of all the genitals when applied before sex or during foreplay, depending on your physiology's tolerance to the lubricant. Remember, as an adult, you're in charge of your own arousal and your partner is in charge of theirs. Don't force yourself to deliver pleasure to your partner. So, I appreciate you staying until the end, and I want to give you the vanilla and kinky guide to kind of spice up your sex life. Scroll down below to the description box and you can find out how to download that just as a thank you for watching. Also, I would love if you said hi to me on YouTube, Facebook, Twitter, or Instagram at The Sex Healer. If you liked this video, click like and subscribe and the bell. I release a new video Wednesdays at 9 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. See you then, and thanks for watching.